Okay. Okay, let's do this. Come on, come on. Come on, you heard her. We have to get her out. Let's go!
We have to go. We have to get out of here.
Eddie, don't you bail on me. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going, Eddie? Help me!
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Welcome on board this stick thing rail service to Broken Hill, calling at Summer Bay, Mangrove River and Broken Hill. Erinsborough is a request stop, and passengers wishing to alight must speak to the conductor, and I'll consider your requests. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Who's this?
Who's this? Do you recognise this voice?
Is this the official podcast return
It is.
to the airwaves?
It is. Every time you think you're out, they drag you back in.
I do apologise, but you did say I'll come anytime.
Yeah, I didn't mean it in that way, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, that was the private message. Yeah. How are you, JK? Welcome back to Yabby Creek Studios.
Thank you very
Been a
much.
while.
Thanks for stopping off at Erinsborough.
You're welcome, always.
Yeah, fucking glad to get out of there. Jesus.
Well, you know the weeds are growing a bit on the platform there.
God, yeah.
Mm.
Tumbleweed going around.
What have you been up to? People have been wanting to know where you've been.
Just a whole load of nothing, to be honest. I mean,
Nice, different, unusual.
you two, like on this, literal metaphorical train every week. You watch the episode, you rewatch the episodes, you do the watch-alongs, you do the digging deep and looking into it, and then do recording the podcast. And taking that out of my week has gone, I can see my wife now.
Is she happy about that?
I've really tried to just spend some time with the wife and the kids and just enjoy being off that.
Sounds good, to be fair. Yeah.
The amount of content you guys did, our listeners will be very familiar with you for Neighbours. No wonder. I guess once you've stepped off it, I bet you'd wonder how you ever fit it in.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you've been enjoying the ride. What's it been like without Neighbours in your routine? Has enough time passed to ask the question?
I think so.
Like, has the dust settled?
It came as... I'm still angry about it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking livid about that. But I think the way it felt, because it fell just before Christmas, and then I had like Christmas off, which is quite rare for me, working in hospitality, and then we went away, and then there was a good 4 or 5 weeks where I wasn't in a routine anyway, and then I came back, and it was just, and then my job roles changed a little bit as well, so it all happened at the same time, so it never really. I was just struggling to find a new routine anyway.
Yeah, the natural buffer sort of.
Yeah, so it all timed out quite nicely in the end. There's, obviously sad that the show's ended and not really about how it ended, but
yeah. Are you rewatching? Are you going back? Or at some point, as a fan, you might do at some point, sort of thing.
At some point, I might do, but it's still a bit. It again just gets me angry. So I've done.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think we'd be the same, wouldn't we? A month later, 8 weeks later. So
yeah. Did you see it go down? The Neighbours. You can say no. That's fine.
No, hang on. I feel like I did because
I think you did. Yeah.
I went on to friend of both pods, Tamsin's podcast, to discuss it. I've watched more Neighbours than you'd like to think lately. Yeah.
It was true.
The first one was way better.
Yes.
And I kept saying they should have just made this whole thing a dream.
Fever dream.
Yeah, and then the fans can mentally place the final back where it was.
Yeah.
Because you can then sort of, the Amazon era can be its own little spin-off, like bookmarked away. and separated. And if there's ever a future thing, you can completely disown the memory of Toadie and
Therese.
I was going to say Sophie. Yeah, Therese. Thank you. Things like that.
Yeah. I mean, as home and away fans, you never really had. Have you ever really had a big scare with like, being cancelled or rumours of it, or have you ever had to think about your own mortality in this way?
Not in the same way. I think the worst bit was when it went off air for a year, but we knew it was coming back, didn't we?
Yeah.
Eventually.
It carried on in other countries. We just didn't have it for a bit.
Yeah.
We've never had the contract renewal jitters.
No.
It just keeps going and going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is you for the rest of your lives then, right?
Well, I don't think the show will outlive TV itself, but you never know. But yeah, there is no signs of the train slowing down. On the train special. And I think this train stunt, which we'll get onto, now we've caught up. Listeners, he's still alive. But this train stunt was like record-breaking ratings in Australia. Yeah. It's still rating really well. So, and it's funny because last year we had a massive year. We lost Irene, and I think you came to talk to it. Say again.
Theo died as well. Was that?
That was our season finale for the end of 2025. Ours was Theo getting hit by a car and sadly dying.
Hit and run.
And then at the same time, Australia was getting the train crashes their season finale, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And so a lot of we're in, the 3-year contract cycle with the young cast. Yeah. We're in like a massive Bree's gone. Like we're getting like loads of cast changing now. We're in that cycle. It comes around every sort of 3 years or so, doesn't it?
Yeah, it felt like that, the whole train crash thing. It felt like, they might kill one or two off here, and it's a good excuse to bring a couple new faces in at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Thank God Butthead's dead, though.
Are we sure? We haven't seen a body yet.
Well, Dana does need to work on a delivery. Like you said, Sophie, more training needed.
More training, yeah. Oh, by the way, your mate's dead.
I've seen him, brown bread on the rails back there. Yeah. Right, let's get into it because this has been the exciting stunt we've all been waiting for. As I say, rating record breaking. So we were anticipating this for quite a while over here in the UK. By the way, we have caught up a bit to Oz pace this year. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Over Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah, we got extended, which was a palaver.
We're 2 weeks ahead of where we were this time last year. So this time last year, the season finale that we saw, the Australian season finale, was 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to stay 2 weeks ahead for much longer. I think
no.
We're going to go back again over the summer, aren't we? Because they're going to go off air.
Yeah, exactly. And this like Olympics and stuffs. Is there Commonwealth? I don't know.
Commonwealth Games, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the sport.
Yeah.
But yes, I think there's a little bit. I reckon it's to do with Brax because I don't know if you know. There's been like a big. They've done like a massive collaboration with the tourist board in Western Australia, and there's like a massive special coming with his return, and of course it's sent the internet, Facebook mums, crazy. So yeah. So I think it's to catch us a bit up to that maybe, but that'll be before the summer mess up. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right now though, let's get aboard the train for the festival. Sophie, how are you first? How's your week been? How's home and away this week for you?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it. I think the problem with the show, as we've said for ages, is that we knew something was afoot. We knew that something big was coming this week, because obviously we knew that the Ozpace season finale was due. So I had really high expectations, I think, and I think that's the problem with this show is that, and you hear so much and you see so much online, And I really wish I could have watched this blind. I really wish I could have watched this and not know what was coming. Because I think I would have enjoyed it more. I think the hype around it probably got me in a different headspace to what actually happened on screen. I don't know. I'll talk about it more in detail, but I did enjoy it. And thank God Leah became self-aware halfway through the week, and that literally lifted me.
I thought of you.
Yes. Definitely. So there's been some really good stuff, and I'm really looking forward to the aftermath next week. I'm ready to tune into next week, because I think I'm going to enjoy that even more than I have enjoyed the crash.
The way it's been lined up as well, about who's injured, how they're injured, where they were on the train. It actually, I think you're right. The build up left a little something to be desired, and we'll come to it. And I think, it's we're offboarding from it in a good place, in a better place than we came to it. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't, does it?
No, I think it does.
I'll explain.
Yeah, I think it does. I think we were braced, like, no pun intended, for this storyline, because there'd been such a buzz online.
Braced for impact, some might say.
Exactly. And I was kind of like, oh my God. And we know that Home and Away does these stunts really well. We know that the end of season finale is always good in Australia. So I was like, oh, this is exciting. And I think maybe I got my hopes up a little too high. And because I knew what was coming, I knew it was a train crash. I knew that was what was going to happen. I wish I didn't know. I wish it had just been like a surprise, like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I think it would have made it different. I'd love to be able to watch it at Oz pace. It'd be great, and not know what's coming up.
The thing is as well, because all the clues that have been in the script that we've been tittering at, would have gone right over your head, wouldn't they? And then you'd have had that moment of realization.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have they said back on track, off the rails? Because the festival's called Off the Rails, the record label's called Back on Track. All the little comedy puns are there.
Yeah, I hope you crash and burn was a line this week. And because they're going to crash and burn.
Yeah.
Although, no flames, but yeah.
But if we didn't know that was coming, I think I probably would have enjoyed it more. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't
Fair
know,
enough.
do you? Yeah.
That's how it all goes down for us in the Blighted, doesn't it? It's just the same thing every time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, I can't wait to hear about this then, because I felt like it was really well executed. It's about time. The show felt exciting. We've had a couple of weeks of like, running up to it, haven't we? And we've been like, come on. So as you do with soaps. So I felt like, yes, finally we're here. They executed it really well on the day. But there was some plot problems. We'll come to them. Yeah. On this week's temp check poll, people pretty good. Between 3 surfboards and 4 surfboards, we're on like 70% of votes this week.
Okay.
So people are at the top end of this week's Twitter poll on what they thought of the show. So people were getting in. Everyone just gets swept up in the excitement at the moment, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than watching Maz make a cuppa, right?
Some people might disagree. Some people might like that.
Although, because, I mean, the peril was taken right out of this from the beginning, because out of a cast of 15, 12 of them are on the train, so we're not killing everyone off, are we? Do you know what I mean? So, Alf got some lines because him and Leah left in the bay. So, yeah.
He had to stand up a few times. He really had to shift in.
I know, he really put a shift in. Yeah. I actually thought they might have even bought him a new shirt. One of those shirts looked...
Sadly not.
Oh, have you seen it before?
Yes. Yeah.
Some of those shirts are older than me.
The stripy one is about 400 years old.
Yeah.
I think it's...
I don't know where the wardrobe budget's going. It's not an Elf.
It's definitely not an Elf, bless him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guys, shall we talk about this week's impactful Home and Away?
Yes.
See what I did there? Top of the week, hype man Sonny's got a bunch of comp tickets for the festival. Half the bay is coming at last minute, lol. Eddie has moved to the main stage, lol too. Because he only recorded his first song last week because the recording equipment was stuck on a ship from Germany. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
He's only zero charisma, this Eddie guy.
Oh,
there's no way
it's a wet blanket. He's an absolute wet blanket, this guy.
He's a music teacher at the Comprehensive. He had to get a week's leave to go to a fair.
No, he's the next big thing, Si. Have you not read the posters?
Yeah. He's going to be big in Denmark, JK. Because I don't know if you know, Kirby is a Denmark megastar now.
Oh, okay.
Number one album in Denmark, Kirby.
That is the actual truth. That is in the script. That's where she is.
Okay. It's mad that there was someone who lives near my work, and he's like signed to this major label, but you never would have heard him over here. But in the Nordic countries, he's fucking massive.
Really, that's mad.
He's signed to
huge thing.
Or something like that.
Yeah, we've been taking piss out of this. Is this a thing? This is like when we say the podcast is number 3 in Norway. which has happened.
Yes, unbelievably, we were like, "What?" They obviously have no podcast over there because how the hell does that happen?
Or population. So Eddie is destined for big things, right? Although he's a spineless git, and we'll get onto that. Panic stations, isn't there, around this? It's all sounding a bit big. Remy is stressing AF. Justin's keeping everything from Leah. He's keeping it on the down low. Doesn't want her to know that he's going to the festival. They are currently estranged, aren't they? He's sleeping at the record label with Remy. And Leah couldn't give two hoots, could she, basically? She pretty much said last week. She does eventually see the leaflet and goes ballistic. He's lying to me. He's outright lied. And when she confronts him, she says she's coming anyway. As this happens now, this build-up, Leah and Justin's coming to a head. We need to get this over with, don't we? And thank Christ this happens this week, because I think we're all sick to the back teeth of Leah at the moment. This is someone we're supposed to have the utmost sympathy for. She's lost a family member. We're supposed to be grieving with her, and everyone hates her. Right, and this is the Leah character through and through. You know, when we talk about Leah and how she's incapable of getting us on side most of the time, this is a prime example. And it's difficult because Justin's not, you know, he's gone about this the wrong way right the way through. We've been very critical on the pod about it. And yeah, she wants to go to this festival because she finds out Sonny's going. And there's a massive row again about it. And when she pretty much decides not to go is after speaking to Alvin, his lovely words, he's got lovely phrases, hasn't he? You're focused on what you've lost and forgotten what you still have. Bloody love Alf, don't you, for some advice? And even Lacey saying she wants to honour his memory and not ruin her life, and she's going to go. It's sort of synapses start snapping for her, don't they? And this actually saves her life potentially.
Yeah, not least because everyone was going to kill her, I think, at this point.
I'd have thrown her off the fucking train.
Exactly. I think she was perilous from murder, never mind from the train crash. So, yeah.
Happy with this? Happy with that she's...
Hopefully, because I was thinking if she goes on the train, then obviously she's in danger of getting killed off, or getting injured or whatever. Or if she doesn't go and Justin's in danger, I thought that might be the way back.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting her to get the revelation when she finds out Justin's injured or something. So I wasn't expecting to get it on the beach talking to Mr. Stewart, and it just sort of happened there. Unfortunately,
nice scenes though.
It was nice, and I preferred it. And unfortunately, Justin doesn't know that she'd already sort of snapped out of it before the train crash, because she's trying to call him, isn't she? And he's ignoring her call. Like, don't blame him. He doesn't want to get another earful down the phone, does he? So he doesn't know that she's come round and that she sort of wants to talk to him, because for some reason, the people in soaps of this age, they don't text anyone, they call people.
Yeah.
And she could have texted him and said, "I'm really sorry I've been a cow. Have a great time at the festival and I'll see you in a couple of days. Love you," or something like that.
Yeah.
And he would have been like, "Oh, okay." And then it would have been, but then, yeah, he's not going to know. He's going to think the train crash is the thing that's brought her back into his life, isn't it?
You don't know what you've got till it's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
I've never seen this couple in a good place. Every time I've walked over the way, I'm on about something and they're falling out. Last time Justin was stuck with that woman.
Oh, yes.
In the cabin.
Yes.
Like, kidnapped him, and she's
Oh,
dressing this guy.
rest in peace.
Oh yeah, the actress died in real life recently. That was awful.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
It's on Sky News and everything.
It was, yeah, that was awful. But yeah, you're right. They do have their ups and downs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
in
it's
real life, they've just got engaged, haven't they?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
And you can go and congratulate them in person in
yeah.
London or Liverpool in April.
Yes. They're coming over again. Yeah.
Again, doing another. Yeah, they just toured over Christmas, and then they're coming again. Should we go? Should we go for the lols? What day is it on, Soph?
I haven't looked. I haven't looked.
If it's a Saturday, you'll have to talk me into it after a bottle. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a fractious marriage, and actually, I'm glad of it when I think about it, because we're talking about the Black Widow here. Every time this woman is happy, all her husbands are dead.
Yeah.
And Justin is the only sort of potential person to cross into mainstay at this stage. So we need to keep him alive, really.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's not on the train, is where we're at. JK, out of this, not knowing the build-up, just dropping in at this juncture, did Leah's turmoil make sense to you?
It did, actually. Do you know what? I watched it with Peyton, and I did comment that the show is actually quite good at, like, someone like me who's just dropped in, it is kind of good at explaining what's going on. Like, I understood exactly why Leah was in a funk and was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just little mentions of everything. You go, okay, well, that person's doing that person's in this place, and it was very good at doing that.
Yeah, that's true. It is good for a casual viewer, home and away, because it's not complicated and everything is really spelled out. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Theo, I think at least this week Theo's been mentioned 8 times, and he died 3 months ago. You know, it's like, I'm going to go to the diner because Theo died. I'm going to go and talk to Justin about how Theo died. Like, we know.
Yeah, I can imagine that's annoying for you two who know exactly what's going on, but
yeah,
someone coming in pretty cold.
Yeah.
Very...
It's good though, because we used to criticise the show for people just left. I mean, Bree's probably one of the people that's just left, and we've not mentioned her since. We've not heard that she's arrived in Belgium and that she's fine, you know. And this is something that a lot of the sort of audience have criticised the show on before, because people do leave and then we never hear from them again, and it's like, but there was so and so's brother and so's mother, and they never talk about them. It's like, it's weird.
Yeah. But if the character, all characters are disposable, I mean, Irene, we've all moved on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And was an absolute legend. You know, you were here actually, JK.
Did she get mentioned at all?
Yeah, she has, because John went to see her in Paris, and he's recently come back and explained how the trip was, and we've heard some jokes that she made about cat mummies in the Louvre and stuff. So we've heard about her, haven't we? Yeah.
But within a week of her going, her house has completely been remodeled.
Yeah.
Which does wind me up. It irks me every time we're there. But yeah, a lot of the younger ones, like Brie, for example, once they're gone, they're gone. And actually, no one's none of us are, as viewers, long-time fans, going, "Oh, I miss so and so." I actually we've moved on, and they are good at that. And I think the characters here and now are what matters, and that's what makes it quite good for casual viewers. You know, you don't have to be die-hard. You can pick it up, drop it whenever you want. I think it's part of the formula. So we're on board. We're at this. We're all galvanising with our comp tickets to Yabby Creek Station. We've not. I mean, okay, there's a station, and platform party. Talk to me. What the fuck's this?
I was hoping one of you two might explain this, because I've been to so many festivals and I've never heard of anything like this, where you get on a train but you don't actually leave the station till the next morning. So you go, it seemed to be the afternoon. They started partying in the afternoon on the platform. They were there all night. they were drinking and not sleeping. So then the train leaves in the morning. So then you arrive at the festival drunk and hungover and wearing the clothes that you were wearing yesterday. Isn't that how you leave a festival? I don't get this. I'm so confused. This is not how I've ever travelled to a festival.
It sounds like the Fire Festival, if I'm honest.
It does, doesn't it?
It's super weird. This whole thing. I think this is the problem when I was saying about how the hype of the storyline and how I sort of fell out of it because I was so looking forward to this and I thought, festival, this is like right up my alley. But then it was executed so strangely with all these weird plot holes and I was like, it kind of took me out of the storyline. So I was like, this is ridiculous. Why are you going the night before to sit on a train station platform? This makes no sense to me. Yeah, I don't know. Can't comment.
Yeah, me and Adam would have had a field day with that. We would have absolute field day with that. We wouldn't have been able to get past it. That's all we would have talked about.
Yeah.
For a week.
Super weird.
I mean, it's hazardous in itself getting absolutely plot-holed on a platform that you could fall off.
Yeah.
All these, and like freezing cold. Like, yeah. It was weird. I think the premise of a party train was difficult for me to swallow anyway, because I was like, why? It's a mode of transport, There's party buses, isn't there, and things that make sense because they're very, very short, drive around town, head parties screaming out the window or whatever, right? But in fact, you don't even see them these days, do you?
No, that's true.
Used to see them all the time. But I just thought this is very bizarre. I mean, Broken Hill is a way away, right? So I guess it's about. I was happy to accept that it was a thing because it's about the organisers, young people getting hyped, like you said, very Fire actually, and hyping up the youth. So I was happy to go with it and just about accept it, that it was a thing, that you get pissed, get on the train and go.
Yeah,
it was weird, it was an overnight thing.
Yeah, I think if it had been get on the train and go, like they get on the train and the train is the party and they're drinking on the train on the way there, not being hungover on the train on the way there. That for me was really weird. I think it was the night before thing that threw me. I was like, why are we getting there so early? Why are we having 15 hours drinking beer on a platform? And we could be getting on a train. I don't get it.
You know why? It's just the whole thing was devised in the plot so that Abby would fall asleep. Abs from 5.
Yeah.
If you're getting down, baby. Would fall asleep on the plane. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I've been on way too many transport this week. On the train so that it would cause a problem with her and Marley. That's what that was orchestrated.
And then they had to reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Abby a druggie, by the way? Why is she getting hooked up on a train?
Yeah, well remembered. Yeah. And I think the druggie part might come into play next week because she ran away from the hospital and I'm thinking that's related, but there we go.
Yeah, she's obviously more hurt than and she's letting on and there's something there. She doesn't want something, doesn't she?
She doesn't want the drugs, does she? She doesn't want to go back on medication, I think. But
and it's interesting. Go on.
But alcohol's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a problem with alcohol, although she kind of does because she does binge drink. But I don't know.
Oh my God, everybody does. Yeah. The show and its message about alcohol never stops.
They never casually drink on this show. They either get drunk or I don't know. They kind of have a problem.
And the characters turn to it.
Yes.
They turn to. I mean, no secrets here. We like a drink, but I don't know about the sort of family. I mean, I guess it's why you have to sort of say you're 16 sometimes, or it's a little bit more adult, isn't it? The show compared to, let's say, another show, and that's one of the examples of how it is a lot of young adults drinking a lot. Every episode there's alcohol. I don't know if you've noticed or clocked it. There's not an episode goes by without characters drinking, going for a drink, turning to drink. So very evident this week. So that's Abs on the train asleep. We've got Leah off the train alive. Everybody else with their comp tickets are on board the train. We're having a whale of a time on this train, aren't we? Bloody Marys, Sophie.
Bloody Marys at what time in the morning? I don't know.
And drinking.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Very good.
Is Eden? Is she training to be a police officer?
Like a PCSO kind of thing. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a volunteer in the police community or something. So she won't be a police officer. She won't have a gun or anything like that. But it's like a volunteer position that she's doing a course for. They're just setting it up because they don't actually have it at the Yabby Creek station. So she went in and asked about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you'll be the first volunteer or whatever on the program." So.
And we've already been foreshadowed. Cash isn't happy, you see, because she's a cop's wife, and that makes her a target for the Crims. So that's obviously a massive foreshadow for something.
Yeah.
She's going to get caught up in something. Future storyline incoming.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So her and Cash are now wedded. I don't know if you know. That was in the season finale. So her and Cash are now wed. They went to the zoo on their honeymoon. It was great.
Yeah, so we went to the zoo in Sydney when we were there. We went to the same one, and there's like a little hotel in the zoo, and that's where they stayed on their honeymoon.
Oh, that's actually quite cute.
There is like cute. A 5-star thing inside the zoo, isn't there? You can stay in it.
It looks really, and you open the curtains from this like 5-star resort thing in the middle of the zoo, and there's like giraffes out there and lions and stuff. It's pretty cool actually. So yeah.
They were good episodes then because we were like, we've spoken to that giraffe too.
Did love it.
On the pod.
So they're wed, and she's having a bit of she's worried about the void. In that her life is just now she's a wife and that's it. She's lost all the music. You see, the band are folded. Remy's gone off and opened a record label, but won't let her in. Because Remy's a millionaire. You see now.
What?
Remy inherited loads of. So Remy's parents are like stinking rich, Richie rich. And then he had this trust fund, so he inherited it. I guess when he turned 29, because apparently he's 29. He inherited like $8 million or something.
Yeah.
And then he's done absolutely F all with it for 2 years, and then all of a sudden it's gone, oh, I'll just set up a record label. That's what I'll do with the money.
And his Sonny's his wingman, hype man.
Yeah.
Because Sonny's one of those characters, he doesn't have a job. Like he just breezes through life.
I like Sonny a lot. I like this.
Yeah, he's good.
Very popular. Have you heard my interview with the actor?
No, I did notice that you did one. But I haven't listened to it yet, but I may do so.
He's a great guy. He's a lovely guy.
I liked him when I watched Irene's exit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I liked him again. Mainly just because he worked for Fred on a train. I was like, that's good lad.
Yeah. Well, it's cost him his life, essentially.
Or maybe his legs. I'm not sure.
When he said he couldn't feel his legs, I thought, did they do it? I was like, did I blink and miss it?
Oh, dear. Maybe he started on his own. He was in there for a while on his own, wasn't he?
That's a horrific thing to say, isn't it? Oh, never mind.
Too late.
So we're on this train, Bloody Marys. We're potentially joining the 1.27 metre high club. And the characters start getting set up here. And this is important, and I think it's easily missed because this is something that the show does, is there is important things in the timeline that don't seem important when you're watching, and they can just go over you, right? And I actually had to rewind and just plot out where everybody was on this train, because it does end up being quite important to people's injuries later on, and you don't realise at the time, do you? Joe and this bloody Eddie geezer proposing to her. Anybody else cringe into next week?
Yes. So I don't know whether JK, do you know about Eddie, where he came from and all that sort of stuff? I guess he probably wasn't on the show when you last watched.
No, I just assumed he was some loser that Remy's found.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So he apparently knew Joe. They used to date a few years ago. Then Joe lost her mum in an accident, which has been a massive part of the show for last year's storyline, and it's just concluded at the end of last year. So they used to go out, and then he just randomly happened to, find Joe again. And now they're kind of back together, aren't they? But she's been having a fling with Tane on the side, like a secret fling that she's only her sister knows about. So she's got all these feelings for Tane, but then now Eddie's back. And then apparently, when they were dating a couple of years ago, Eddie had asked permission to Joe's dad to ask to marry her. And then he thinks that he can just come back, and they've only been back together about 3 days. And then just propose like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 years have just been a void.
And none of us give a shit.
No, it's cringe for everybody involved. Like that whole train just wanted to just jump off.
Yes. It was,
I was reaching for the fast forward button, and I've not done that since Chloe. This Joe does this to me. I can't watch. I am like delighted that she might be crushed. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it.
No, I think she's gonna be all right from the crush. I mean, if she can handle Tane being on top of her, I think she'll be all right.
Oh, she can definitely handle that. She's been doing that for weeks.
But that's not even hot when we've seen it.
No, it's not. No, it's very lukewarm, this whole thing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, flood her with toxins. Come on.
Well, I was just glad that Tane turned up, because I was like, yes, isn't, because Tane wasn't on the train. I was like, damn it, Tane, he could have died.
Oh my God. Don't start me off with the wormhole.
And then I thought, now he's here and now he's on the train. There's a chance now that he's in peril. And that if that train does collapse and he sort of like shields her with his muscles, there's a chance that Tane might die, but I think he's a cockroach and he's indestructible and he'll come out of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think he'll lift the entire train up.
Yes, that'll be next week, I think.
Well, after his and Levi's slow-mo through the tunnel.
Yes. Well, Nina,
Batman and Robin.
Nina on Twitter said that it was like the Del Boy and Rodney
It was.
version. Yeah.
It had the smoke and everything. I was crying laughing. I thought, what the hell?
Yeah, it did look like that. So what is good at like AI? Can you just like make a video of Levi and Tane as Batman and Robin?
Oh, I'm just going to put the music over it.
Oh yeah.
Later.
Okay. Yeah.
Batman. Yeah. Because that's about as clever as I get online.
Oh,
the train. We're on the train. We're not getting married. We might be getting laid. Abby's in another carriage throwing up. And where was Justin? I can't remember where Justin was. He in the main bit with everybody? Because he's quite hurt. He must have gone somewhere else because he's quite hurt.
He was just standing up, wasn't he? And he was avoiding his phone.
Lee was calling him, so he just left his phone and just walked off, I think. And got
right.
Carriage.
Got you. Because there are chasms between the injuries, right? And I think it's important to place where they were on the train, right? Because we'll have to explain it because the show hasn't. The train goes into this tunnel. There are some kids tagging the tunnel. And they've left their bikes on the track. Now, I've done a bit of research here. Because the driver sees them, slams on the brakes, goes careering into these bikes, and then suddenly everyone's flipped on their head. Seemed a little far-fetched. Don't mind a bit of far-fetched on TV. Don't mind it at all. But can a bike derail a train? Actually, it can. I've had a look. There are a couple of examples where it has happened.
I wasn't sure it was the bikes or the fact that he did the emergency brake. I wasn't sure if it was the combination of the bike and the braking and the fact that they're in a tunnel. Yeah,
and there's nowhere for any of the kinetic energy to go and all that crap.
Yeah, and if you wobble off the tracks in a tunnel, then you can only really flip sideways, can't you? And,
and I think we're supposed to say that has then made the tunnel unstable. I think is what we're supposed to take from that. But there's definitely at least that rear end on its side, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because obviously props have had to like dress some container to look like the back end of a train. But there are parts of it where people are stood up after the accident inside. So there's not the whole train is flipped.
Well, it can't be, because if it's in the tunnel, how tall and wide is the tunnel? I don't know whether
Yeah,
it
there
can
wouldn't be the
go.
room for it
Yeah.
to move on the side.
Yeah.
I think it's probably wedged in sort of half sideways, tipping over. And that's where I think the damage has come from the train roof, is that it's probably been bashed into a tunnel wall.
And scraped along the side of it or whatever.
Yeah, and we're probably leaning against the tunnel wall, and the train, all the pressure from that is probably what's caused the train damage. I don't know. I'm making it up because we've not seen it, but the fact that...
Sorry, Soph. I think they did a good enough job of explaining what was going on and why some people were able to walk out and some people weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't... Like, they did just enough for you to just accept it and move on and not get caught up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the stunt itself? Was it exciting? Did you like what they did? Would you have done anything different?
Good question.
Yeah, the bike. I'm glad you researched the bike thing. That was the thing I was struggling with. Was it's like, that little BMX is not top level train.
Yeah.
But apparently it does. So
yeah, it's the first thing I did. Binged it.
But it was quite short, I think, the actual stunt. Like, you get the tagging it, puts the brakes on, you get a bit of a crash, everyone gets thrown about, and then you kind of get the ends, you just see the back end of the tunnel. It was actually quite short.
Because I wasn't sure if it was going to be that episode at one point, because this train thing seems to have like dragged on, and I think this was Wednesday, was it, or Thursday? And I thought, is this going to be tomorrow now? Because I think it was 3 minutes to 7 and the train still hadn't crashed, and I was like, when's it happening? And it was literally like the last couple of minutes of the show, wasn't it? And then we ended on the cliffhanger of seeing the back end on the side. So you're right, it was, the actual crash was really fast, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. It was literally that was the end of the ep, wasn't it? The exciting stuff came the next episode.
Yes,
actually, and we've got the handheld camera, which creates the urgency in the audience, doesn't it? Gets you up straight away. The incidental music obviously is very rushed and fast paced, and we're all panicking. We're all heightened at this point. The sound effects of things falling and noises and things creaking, everyone's screaming. I actually really liked how they started the next episode, where they just sort of faded in and out to like a random shoe. Like crash paraphernalia. I quite like that because that set the scene for me. I was like, I'm in.
Yes.
Right, I'm worried.
And it's the red
where
light,
is everyone?
That emergency red light, and like you said, the sort of panning in and out. There's like the screen went black a couple of times, didn't it? While you kind of flashed between pictures, like there was a broken guitar on the tracks, and I was like, "Oh, is that metaphorical?"
Yeah, I thought that was heavy.
Yeah, it's like you say, a shoe, and then like somebody's like lying down, somebody's like lying up a side wall or whatever. So I thought that was really good. Yeah, it did bring you back in. Yeah.
I think it was really well directed, this episode.
It was almost cinematic, that kind of, yeah.
Yeah. They've made an event of it. What was your thoughts, JK, on this aftermath episode?
I liked the kind of panic of it, because there would be panic. Like, Data's on the phone, and they're like, where are you? She's like, I don't fucking know. And then Remy's like trying to figure it out, but can't quite either. And it's just all a bit, it's all a bit panicked. And it's because you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we've just gone to this tunnel and
especially if you're waking up. Yeah, imagine waking up and then you're just like, 1 minute you're just sitting on a train and having a drink, and then the next minute you're waking up and you're like bleeding on the floor. You'd be like, what the hell just happened, wouldn't you?
Is that how you two feel after a podcast?
Pretty much.
You think, fuck, I've got to edit this now.
That's size problem, unfortunately.
That still happens in the void. Yeah. Yeah, we all pretty much enjoyed that
Mm-hmm.
that aftermath, that what they did, how they directed it. Loads of post. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. I was watching it with my earphones in, but I could hear loads of post-production stuff, loads of hissing and
Really? Oh, I missed that.
sound effects. Yeah. You pick up when you've got it in your earphones and you're not on the telly. You pick. I do. I pick things up a bit more. You can hear. I hear things I don't hear when it's through the telly. So yeah, there was loads of work gone into it. I was happy with it, and they're getting there though. I think we've all picked it apart, haven't we? And said getting there was a struggle at times.
Yes, I think the platform party for me was where it started to get a bit ridiculous, and I was a bit like, oh come on, like this doesn't really make any sense. And there were so many plot holes, as you said, leading up to the crash. Then I think the crash and the aftermath has been better than the rest of the hype around it, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that because it's about what's next, you know.
Yes.
Now we've got a couple of the characters are in real bad shape. They've got things on top of them. Couple have been taken off to the hospital. That's where Justin is. I mean, people in the Bay are now starting to learn of this train crash and piecing things together. And Leah's, obviously, as you mentioned earlier, has been trying to get hold of Justin because she's seen the light and might be too late. So we're now left in this sort of place where we don't know whose life's in the balance here. Justin looks seriously hurt. He's been taken to hospital. He's actually gone straight to surgery. He's got bleeding, hasn't he? Something's wrong with Abs, we've mentioned. She's been taken to hospital, but she's taken herself out, potentially related to the drug thing. We've got Joe with something on her, and the place is caving in. We've got poor old Sonny there, who put on a brave face for old nurse Dana, and actually, when he can level with Remy, seems he's not okay. Can't feel his legs, and this is a potentially disastrous thing here. We've got quite a few people who could be in a bit of a sticky situation here. What's everyone's first thoughts about have we got anything, long term? We know Butthead's dead. Don't care. Do we think anything?
I was like, he's the one that's dying.
Yeah.
That kid is dying a virgin.
It's like karma, isn't it? It's like he's been a dickhead on the train, so you know he's going to get it. Yeah.
And I text Sophie. I said them two have got names. So
yeah. I think the blonde one's going to hang around, I reckon.
Yeah, there was a moment with him and Lacey. When Dana said, "Yeah, your mate's dead, by the way," afterwards, and there was a moment where the other one's sitting with Lacey, and they already had like a little moment on the train where he basically told his mate to stop cracking on to her, and she noticed that. She sort of noticed that kind of more chivalrous side of him, I guess. And then there was that when she realised that he just found out his mate had died. And then she's just lost her boyfriend, so she knows the grief, and she lost her mum last year. And I did think, are these two going to be, grief-stricken? I don't know, the next couple.
Yeah, I think it's good because she's just lost Theo, and now he's going to be like, there's going to be common ground because he's just lost Butthead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And are these two going to bond over a traumatic event and grief and all that?
He's got a name, so he's crucial.
Yes,
he's not he's not just an extra or whatever. He's apparently he's Neighbours alumni.
Oh really?
Oh, okay.
The actor.
Didn't know that. You didn't recognise him then, JK?
Did not recognise him at all.
He's quite young though, isn't he? So could he have been a kid on Neighbours? Maybe could he have been a child actor?
Don't know.
Should we Google?
Yeah, I'll do some googling. Right now.
I'm already on my way.
I think he was called Holden, wasn't he, on Homer's?
Holden.
Yeah, Holden something. The other one was Isaac. They kept saying Isaac, and I was like,
I know that
it's
really
a weird way to say it.
Is it Zach but Apple, or is it Isaac?
I don't know. Yeah, Isaac. Yeah, is it like iPad? I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, got it here. Former Neighbour star Lack Miller.
Oh.
Let's have a look here. Who didn't like Miller playing Neighbours? Richie Amblin. He wasn't in that long.
Was he just a guesting?
Actually, oh God, no, yeah, I do recognise him now.
Is it the Neighbours fans going mad again about someone who was in it 2 episodes?
No. He was in like one of their spin-offs as well. Richie, he was Mackenzie's boyfriend.
Was he a zombie?
No, he wasn't a zombie. No, he did like a Enter High spin-off in like 2018, 19, something like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he was Mackenzie's like first boyfriend, and then he did show up again in the last lot and like tried to crack on to Mackenzie, and she's like, "Well, I've married someone, they've died, and I'm about to marry someone else, so no."
Wow. Okay.
I didn't like that Mackenzie.
Yes, her character was awfully done in the new chapter. Yeah, like for such a groundbreaking character and all the storylines they did with that, they just made her a busybody for the last 2 years.
Oh no.
But we digress. But I reckon that's a good. I think that's a good way to introduce a new character. Is just being in a traumatic event with these other characters, and then you just start hanging around with them.
It creates an instant bond between them, doesn't it? That's also believable because that does happen in real life. So I think, it's a good way to introduce somebody.
It reminded me of Logan's introduction. Also, Neighbours alumni. Very, very similar, actually, now I'm talking it out loud. When there was the kangaroo CGI car crash balancing, he helicoptered in, and we had a new doctor. It's a bit like that. Maybe they look a bit similar now. I'm looking at it. Maybe
I think it's because they've both got like that shaved head look. But Logan, his entrance was way hotter. Come on, like don't compare that.
Oh my god, literal helicopter, like zip wired down.
I remember that.
Marry me.
I was about to go and find a kangaroo to crash my car into.
We were a nightmare that week. And he is IRL Steph Scully's son.
Yes.
Oh, Logan.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have digressed again.
Yeah.
Just to get us back on topic, hot. What's it called? Paramedic. On this episode,
I forgot to go back and look at Hot Paramedic. You texted me and you were like, "We haven't talked about Hot Paramedic," and I was like, "Who?" Because I didn't even notice. So I need to go back.
Who I say Xander Schmander.
Really? Right. Okay. I'll go and check because I missed it.
Not too keen on like this bald doctor. Where's he come from?
Where has he come from? At the hospital? Yeah, he's in. Yeah. Is he sticking around? Is he?
Yeah. Is he covering Brie?
Yeah. That wasn't explained.
And he asks Levi to roll his sleeves up, and then Levi just jumps into the wormhole to the crash.
How fast did they get there? Can we just talk about this, because this is another plot hole, right? So Abby calls Marley and says, "Oh, I messed up. I'm on the train. I slept over. Blah blah blah. Like
overnight.
Come and fetch me from. We've just gone through Yabby Creek station, so we're not that far away from Yabby Creek. Can you come and pick me up?" And he acts like it's like the arse end of nowhere, and he's not going. And then Tane and Levi managed to magically appear at the crash site, and we're still just putting our high vis jackets on. I thought, how fast did they get there?
I think is it Langham the
copper? Yeah.
He was just like, fuck's sake, we sent out invitations.
Why is half the bay here quicker than I got here? I was in the squad car with the lights on. How the hell have they got it? I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was a bit like, this is another thing that made me go, what the hell?
I was like, 1 minute this train was miles away, like overnight. Abby's fallen asleep on it, woken up the next day. I know it didn't leave till the early morning, but they seemed to. I mean, it was late enough in the day for them to be having bloody Marys, and then next thing they just appeared. It's like they've got the green pipe in Mario. I'm like, how did you get here?
And also, they ran to the other end of the tunnel in about 2 seconds. I reckon these two can secretly fly. I reckon it's going to be one of those Smallville crossovers where actually, like, Tane's actually Superman and he can fly. And he's actually flown Levi there in his arms. That's what I think.
I was watching it thinking, this is another example of how the writers, love you all listening, have shoehorned Tane into another massive drama that it didn't need to be there. It didn't need to be there. He's got his own big story going on in the bay. He's just, I mean, he's tried to kidnap his kid. I'm on 3 here in my notes. 3 times this month he's tried to kidnap his own kid. He's got enough on his plate. He doesn't then need to run. Jump through the wormhole to the train crash to try and save the day. Why does he have to be? It's the Brack syndrome again.
And it's to try and save a girl that binned him off for her ex.
Yep. And all because he had this one conversation in Salt where she was a bit like, I kind of want you as well.
Yeah.
And now we've got this love rivalry. Which one's going to save her as the tunnel caves in on her head, right? And Eddie, she's already spent the week sort of talked in and out of Eddie, hasn't she, from Dad? And it's like, which man should I choose? Which hero do I want? And then he bottles it, and Spineless Git saves himself.
Yes, which was foreshadowed by the whole week was about Lacey and Dad going, is Eddie good enough for Joe? Does he just run at the first sign of trouble? Because Mum died and he just legged it, and he didn't try and fight for her. And is he the right guy for her? And there was that whole David thing of like, why did you leg it? Why did you not stick around? Why did you not fight for her? Why did you just give up at the first sign of trouble? And that was a foreshadow, wasn't it? Because then something else happens. And he's gone. I mean, he just proposed to this woman, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. And he's seen the first sign of trouble and he's legged it. So I don't feel good about this guy, I'll be honest. No.
Yeah, there's no competition between Eddie and Tane. There's zero competition.
The problem is that neither of them are good enough, really. But I think Eddie's made himself look even worse now.
Honestly, if I was her, I'd go gay.
Yeah. This is why
they're your two choices.
This is why that sexuality isn't a choice, because I think all the women would go gay. If Tane was the only eligible bachelor in the bay, I think they'd all be like, nah, I'm good. I'll just find another woman. So, yeah.
Yeah, so does anyone know also, like, why, though? Like, why? I just can't get my head around this.
Why?
Why does he have to say, like you say, they've slept together twice, maybe, at Dodgy Motel? Why are we supposed to be invested in this? We're not. What is there for me to believe in here? I don't think it helps that I can't stand Joe.
No.
She comes across quite emotional. I know this is awful to say. I don't buy anything. She got proposed to and just stared at him deadpan.
To be fair, I don't blame her for that. But yeah, I know what you mean. JK, what's your impression of Joe? Because we've seen her for a while now, and we've talked about her a lot. But coming in fresh with fresh eyes, what did you make of Joe as a character in these scenes with her? Did you feel anything for her, or
no? I felt she was just like a nothing person.
She needs work characterization, doesn't she? A lot of it.
The second I clicked that she'd had something with Tane, I was like, well, that makes sense because he's basically a nothing person as well. And fiance, the guy who wants to be a fiance is also a nothing person. I'm like, yeah, these are people all deserve each other. I feel.
Yeah.
The other sister seems to have something about her though.
Oh yeah, Lacey. She's a bit of a firecracker, Lacey. Yeah.
But, yeah.
And yeah, again though, like she's had more character work done.
She has. Yeah.
She was with the River Boys. She was estranged from her family. She was with Theo, and now she's gone through that. She's had a bit more work done. You know what I mean? She hasn't just which man shall I choose?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I suppose you've got to start somewhere, right? But it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell.
Yeah, I feel like being paired with Tane is just bit of a death knell
Yeah.
for the character. Like,
You're right, because it's not done great for Harper, you know.
No,
no,
that's true. Yeah. The curse of Tane. Sleep with him and then
And
nobody likes you.
Yeah, and actually, Harper, everyone's turning. The tide is turning with Harper.
Now she hates him.
So soap set on the beach, the tide turning. Thank you very much. Because she's going through this massive custody battle with him, and she's like giving it him. You know, like she's like, fuck off every episode. And everyone's like, go on, girl, you know. Maybe that's the problem I've got is I mentioned Brax, right? It's the same trap that the show is falling into, in that we've got this hot hunk, everyone loves him, can't do no wrong, put him in everything. And I just felt like he was an unnecessary addition to this.
Oh, I don't think you can compare Brax and Tane. They are so poles apart for me. But I get what you're saying. It's like he's popular and everybody fancies him. So let's get his shirt off and get him in like a perilous situation every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's in every single major thing.
He is, yeah.
And I'm getting fatigued, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that. I bet as well. Like, I don't remember. I didn't watch when Felicity and Tane were a couple, but I bet Felicity was a lot more likable when she was with Tane than she was when she wasn't with him.
They were actually a really good. This was the height of Tane. So this is when I used to love Tane. Tane was a really good character when he was with Flick, and I think the chemistry between them was really hot on screen. They won like best couple on our soap awards for a couple of years. And
I remember giving that award out, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably did. And they were so popular, but then when they went to pieces, Tane just went to pieces, and his characters just got worse and worse and worse. And not even gradually, just like in bounds, leaps and bounds, he's got worse, hasn't he, Si? Since then.
And I guess that's the point, right? They were endgame. So, especially as she, you know, her sexual assault, her death, like I guess because they were meant to be, he's wrecked since then, and he's made the worst decisions. And we were talking on our podcast last couple of weeks about how, because obviously he's going through this, he's got like a massive custody battle going on with Harper, right, over his child, and that's because the way he thought his life would turn out. It all leads back to Felicity. The way he thought things would go haven't gone. He's got this. He's very deeply rooted. His culture is very deeply rooted in family. Family. He said it this week. Family is everything to me, and he doesn't have it. It looks nothing like what he envisioned it would be. He's estranged from his child's mother. When she sent a solicitor letter to him about him only having a child every other weekend, that was the end of his world, right? And all this stems from Felicity and him going wrong. So I think he's a different character. He's not the same guy.
No.
And I think this is him now. I think because of that moment in his life, that event with Philip, he's always going to be this guy making the wrong choices. That's the way I've sort of tried to rationalize it.
I think you're right. I think that's probably realistic, because, you know, if he just bounced back from Flick dying, we'd all be probably criticizing it. I think the fact that his personality seems to have done a complete 180, I think, is what people are struggling with.
Yeah, and how do you get a character like that back, right? Because he basically picked up and dropped Harper, and now he's stuck with the consequences of it. He's pretty much, I mean, this Joe thing's a mess. He had a couple of like flings, didn't he? He's spinning out, right? He's spinning out, and there's a load of collateral of, you know. And I actually, as time goes on, I feel like Harper is the biggest Tane victim there ever will be. And I think she's got my vote any day. JK, do you have a character like that on Home and Away that's on Neighbours that you know, like had that sort of massive, not assassination, that's not the right word, because I think this is a deliberate development.
I spoke about Mackenzie before, like that, like they felt like they needed to bring that character back because they killed her husband off at the finale last time round. So they kind of needed to give her that happy ending. But yeah, like just a completely different character by the time she came back. And just really unlikable. And then she just picked the worst. Like they were like, oh yeah, we'll find another prince for her. And you just picked the worst character to possibly pick for them to like go happily off together with. And you just lost all the care for that character. You're like, I'm not waiting to leave. Yeah.
But also, if we all said, I love that character, I love that character, I love that character, there'd be nothing to talk about, would there, suppose?
That's
You've
true.
got to think of it that way.
Yeah, that is true. You've got to have some that you love to hate. And I don't know whether I love to hate Tane. I think I'm exasperated by him a lot of the time. Whereas, you know, if it's like a villain that you're supposed to hate, I enjoy that because I'm like, oh, I hate you and I hope you get your comeuppance, and you're wishing for their downfall. Whereas with Tane, I'm just like, just kill him off. He's doing my head in. Just get rid of this guy. Like, seriously, let that train fall on him. Nobody will miss him. Come on. And it's so annoying because I don't know whether you remember, but 2 years ago, I was banging on about him all the time. I was like, he's the best thing since sliced bread. And now I'm like, I can't bear the guy. Kill him off in a tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. You go online though, people defend him to the hilt.
I know. Yeah.
It's mad, innit, how you can watch the same thing and have such a different opinion. That's why I love this, you know, doing this podcast, and I'm sure you guys feel the same. You know, that's what the discussion around these shows is the best bit, isn't it? You know, discussions like this.
I couldn't imagine watching a soap without having someone to talk to about it.
Yeah.
That is the most important part of watching the soap. The soap's there just is the precursor to having the discussions.
Yeah. And it opens your eyes to stuff, doesn't it? Because like somebody else, I used to think that Leah was great, and I saw she was flawed, but I thought that was a good thing because I like a flawed character. And it wasn't until I met Sai, and Sai was like, yeah, but look a bit closer and look at this and look at what she does and the kind of patterns. And now I'm like, God, she is a pain in the ass, actually. I didn't actually see it. So yeah, it does open your eyes to other people's like perspective and
and I think you're right, and I think it allows you to think differently. You know, and be taught. God, you've taught me in and out of all sorts.
I'm sorry.
But it's like Jake, like if we weren't talking about it and like asking JK along, JK would never have watched these episodes, and similarly, I would never have watched some Neighbours that I've watched. You know, and I've been on Neighbourhood Rewatch and watched that. It's one of those, isn't it? It gets people eyeballs on it, right? So the discussion part.
Yeah, this is almost the most fun bit about watching the soap is talking about it, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes you'll sound critical, but picking it apart's really fun. You know, we're just laughing about the wormhole, for example, Batman and Robin. You know, obviously people have taken a lot of time and a lot of effort and gone into this. A lot of work's gone into it. I'm very proud of it, but it is a little bit, you know, it's part of the joy of watching.
Yes,
is picking and finding the holes. So are we happy where we've left off then? Cliffhanger, Joe might die, might get crushed to death by toxin. Yeah. Sonny can't feel his legs. Do we think that's going to be serious? Something's going on with Abby. Justin's in danger. Will he make it up with Leah? What do we think about where this is and what it's set up? We talked about potentially this Holden thing with Lacey. That's a new storyline maybe. What do we all think?
Oh, I'm worried for Sonny. I'm worried for his legs, I'll be honest.
He seems like the most critical one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I tell you, I agree. And Home and Away is very, very good at this, right? This isn't my first rodeo, JK, and I will warn you now, because he's such a loved character. He's really happy-go-lucky. He's nothing gets Sonny down, right? Not even Leah's phone calls. And if something really sad happened to him, Home and Away does that all the time. The nicest people get cancer. You know, they get brain tumours. I think Sonny is going to go for a bit of one ear, and I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, I think that's, and he's the kind of personality as well. Like like it'd be quite heartbreaking to watch him struggle because you'd just be constantly trying to see the bright side and go, oh, at least I'm not got any legs, but at least I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when no one's looking,
Yeah.
that incidental music will creep in and tell me I need to feel upset.
Yeah.
It'll either be that or it'll go the other way. And you know, when somebody gets injured and then they just get really angry at the world and they just turn into this like angry ball of hate because they're just like so bitter that they've, you know, why did it happen to me? It's either going to be that or the other one, isn't it? He's either going to be pretending he's fine because he doesn't want to upset everyone around him, or he's going to push everyone away because he's going to be so angry that he's ended up in this situation. And that's very soapy as well, isn't it?
And will Leah reciprocate the help? I mean, can you imagine if he can't walk?
Oh God, yeah.
Will Leah reciprocate the support? What's going to happen with Dana? Like, is he going to... I envisage scenes of him dumping her and being like, you don't want to be with me, I'm a vegetable. You know, this this self-pity... I'm really running away here. Do you know what I mean? Like that mental health side of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm a bit worried about my reaction to it because it's a character I really, really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could really, really turn the screw with that one. Like, out of all the potential ones that you talked about, that to me seems the best one.
Is anybody worried about Joe? Because I don't think I am. I'm not. No.
I'm willing her to be dead on Monday.
I don't think she will, though. I don't feel like she's in danger, and I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because Tane's there now, and I feel like she's in his bubble, and like nothing can happen to Joe now because she's in the Tane bubble of protection. So I'm not really worried about her. I don't know. I just don't feel like she, even though that she on screen seems like the most perilous because she's got this toxic crush syndrome thing going on, which is what Martin Fowler died on in EastEnders when he got the Vic landed on him. And then they said, oh, it's toxic crush syndrome or whatever, come and say goodbye to him. And they pulled him out and he like died within 90 seconds. So she's the nearest to death out of everybody, but I don't feel like she's really going to die.
No, they just baptise her in the waters of the bay, healing waters.
I just feel like the minute Tani picks her
She'll
up,
be
she's
at
going to
boot
be
camp
healed.
by Tuesday.
Exactly. Yeah. There's going to be no peril there, but we're supposed to believe as the audience, I think, that she's the one that we're supposed to be worried about, but I'm not. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know whether I don't know. Are we supposed to be more worried about her than we are?
Well, just a bit of so I've trying not to do spoilers, but I went on her Instagram, the actress.
Oh, yeah.
And she spent like 2 months in London, and she's got a business, cosmetic business. So
interesting.
I'm like, I think that's why I'm a little bit more invested in her peril.
Really? Okay.
Because I think, have we seen? I mean, sometimes you can go online, can't you? Go, have we seen a film? And I've tried not to look too much because I don't want things ruined.
Yeah.
So I've literally gone on her Instagram. I've not like Googled it or gone on Back to the Bay or anything like that. But like in these scenarios, you start thinking, don't you? Right? Has she been seen filming? Is this? Is that? You know. Because obviously the show's filmed on location. Everyone always finds out who's there and who's not, don't we?
And there's fan tours there every week, so they see people filming, don't they? So that's interesting. I don't know. I just thought because she's now, because Eddie's run away, and I think she'll find out if she survives. She'll find out he left it and left her.
She'll give him the boot.
Yeah, and then because she's now in Tane's orbit, and Tane gets what Tane wants, and Tane wants Joe. I just can't see them killing her off. I don't know. That's why I haven't been worried, because I was like, oh, yeah. She sounds like the one that's going to die, but then actually it's going to be somebody else. It's going to be maybe Justin's the one, even though he's in surgery. He's the one in the hospital. Maybe he's the one that's the most...
Well, he's got time... Yeah. He's got time to be in Liverpool and London in April.
So. God, yeah, that's true.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the kids? Are they just gone home and had their tea?
Yeah.
Yes, looks like it.
Yeah. Just had a look, see what's in the fridge. Gone, yeah, I like that.
They've put the 6 o'clock news on, and they're like, oh God.
And then Mum's like, where's your bike?
That looks bad.
I don't know. don't know.
Got
Lost
you that
it.
for Christmas. You better find it.
Oh dear. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the kids. Is that, are they going to get found? Is that going to be, or are they just going to drop it? Are we going to find out what happened to them on the show? Are we going to get told that they've been charged or caught or I don't know.
Juvie. Remember those days?
Juvie, yeah.
For what are they trespassing? On
Endangering life. Yeah, possibly manslaughter because they've caused death by, I don't know, misadventure. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just, like, why are you graffiti in a tunnel? Nobody can. It's dark. Nobody can see.
Exactly. Do the outside.
Yeah.
I was laughing at the music they were listening to. It was all like wiki wow.
It was what? Do it again.
Beatboxing. Wiki wow. I was like, hip hop.
Careful, Si. You're going to get signed up to Back on Track Records because they've got no artists now.
Well, I think it's safe to say the record label is done, right?
Oh.
After this,
you'd think so. This record label is so cursed, right? So, JK, if you didn't know, the first person to sign for the record label was supposed to be Theo, and he died in a car accident. Now, the first actual person to get signed to the record label is Eddie, who has now been in a train crash on the way to his first major festival performance for the record label, and that it feels like a sort of nail in the coffin for the record label to me. But I don't know, where do we go from here?
Yeah, it's not the best start, is it?
No. And the fact that it's called Back on Track, I mean, can you even take that seriously after this? I don't know.
Oh no, now we're back on track.
It's going to be sold to a conglomerate and never heard of again, like
Probably.
Sony or something. Are going to buy out.
Yeah.
And we're never going to hear of it again.
I mean, we've got 8 million. Like, who cares?
It doesn't work either.
No.
It doesn't work. You need. I think it's ruined him.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, it's
him having money.
Neighbours had this problem. There was at least 5 millionaires on that street, and then you stop caring about them because money's not an issue. There's no struggle for them.
Yeah.
No, any of these characters just buy their way out of it.
But the thing with Remy is he lives like a student. He lives like he's only got $5 in his pocket, and he doesn't know where his next meal's coming from. And it's like, but he's a millionaire. Like, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't spend this money. He's almost embarrassed of it.
I thought for sure the storyline would be him losing it.
Yes.
And maybe the record label folding could be it. Like, he put everything into it.
8 million? I don't think so.
Hey, it's a nice gaff. Have you seen it?
It is nice, but I don't think if that's $8 million worth of stuff, then he's been robbed.
Yeah, he deserves to lose it. Put that in.
They've sunk a load of money in putting Eddie's first single on the A-list.
Jeevers, they're not going to make that back with that school teacher guy. They're not going to make
on Yabby FM. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So we don't think Joe's going to die. We're all worried for Sonny, and Lord knows if we'll ever hear from the kids again. Is where, just in summary, is where we're all at.
I think so.
Cool.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
It's all right. I just want to say thank you for bringing me on and my, using my former life as a podcaster to help you with this as well.
It's been really good to get your opinion, especially because you haven't seen the show for a while, and I wasn't sure when I was watching this week. I was thinking, oh God, are you going to be able to jump in and watch this? And it's nice to sort of hear you go like, yeah, I didn't need a lot of backstory, and I was able to kind of pick it up. And it's also interesting to hear that like your thoughts about some of the characters like Joe and Eddie are kind of like the same as ours, even though we've been seeing them on screen for weeks and weeks. And we don't know whether it's like a combination of what you've seen and how you feel about them, or whether it's a first impression thing. But for you to come up with the same kind of thoughts and feelings based on a couple of episodes is really interesting.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can feel like just too far in it, can't you? You just can't
Yeah,
past what you see and what you know.
definitely.
Uh,
Yeah.
Also, a little JK fact for you as well.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever told this story on a podcast, but I was in a train crash.
What?
What?
Oh no, has this been like traumatic for you to watch this
Could you
back?
have told us that 3 days ago?
I feel bad now. We'd have to pay for like some sort of counselling session.
It wasn't that bad. Nobody died.
Oh God, thank
It
God for
was.
that.
I couldn't remember what it was, so I had to Google it last night. It was the Hazel Grove crash in 1992.
Oh my God.
This is for Adam, who'll probably listen and go, "That's bullshit." So,
Adam's not listed to this.
Oh my God. So like this was when you were younger then?
yeah, I had to. Yeah, apparently there was some sort of freight train that had got on the wrong, was moving backwards on the wrong lane, and then
It's a wide thing at Hazel Grove, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
I know it well.
Mm.
and then the train we were on was hurtling along, and then smacked straight into the back of it.
Oh my God.
What happened? Like,
So the driver was pretty messed up. He was fine, but obviously he took the brunt of the impact.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. Did anybody see the driver on the train in the home and away crash? What happened to him?
Not after
No.
the crash. No.
other than when he pulled that lever, I thought, is he a river boy? For a brief moment.
Really? He didn't look like one.
Is he an EMI executive and he's stopping Eddie from getting to the main stage, but only for a brief moment? After that, I didn't think of him again.
I think he's probably going to come out in a body bag, but it's home and away, so I don't know.
JK, which carriage were you on? Were
Uh,
you in the sex one, or were you in the
The Bloody
jilted
Mary.
one?
Bloody Mary upside down.
I was in the family one. I was there with my mum.
Oh, God. That must have been terrifying.
It was, I think we were maybe about 4 or 5 back. I very distinctly remember the train driver being like, and he was like he took the brunt of it.
Wow.
I hope that guy's all right. Nobody died. I had to go to hospital and have my head x-rayed.
Oh, God.
I don't know if they ever found the brain.
Oh, dear. That
but
must
yeah,
have been scary for your mum, though, to see. Like, oh, God, I can't even imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because there was like I banged my head. Well, I was with my auntie as well. Like it was like the aunt and the cousins, so all going on a little family trip for the day.
Oh, bless you.
And my auntie like proper messed up a larynx because she like smacked it right onto something.
Oh, God.
And yeah, like someone had like really hurt their, like I think someone had bust their rib.
Wow.
But then my other cousin just woke up. He was asleep on the train because he was hungover. He was
Oh,
he just woke up because the train crashed.
what happened?
Yeah, and we're all in the hospital getting x-rayed and
Oh, wow.
Jesus wept.
Gosh. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
And I've been
I feel
joking on the
bad.
WhatsApp crap. Going, oh, you're not going on train. But...
I know. I feel really bad now. I feel like, oh dear, we should have took this more serious.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Mm.
JK.
I'm glad you lived to tell a tale.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it was worth it to talk about this train crash.
Yeah. Who'd have known? 1992. You'd have been like Broken Hill. Just as a side note, Broken Hill is synonymous in Home and Away. I don't know if you know this, JK, but that is where Marilyn went to have a secret baby in 1994.
The
Broken Hill
retcon.
is...
Yes. And we flew kind of near it on the plane when we went to Sydney. So we were laughing on the plane because I didn't think it was a real place because it sounded so ominous because we just had like the Heather thing and she was like, oh, I was born in Broken Hill in 1994 and my mum's Marilyn and blah, blah, blah. And we saw this birth certificate. And I just thought Broken Hill just sounds like an amazing fake place, you know, for a soap.
Yeah.
And for something like that to happen, and she'd lived there all this time, and she killed her mum and put her in the freezer, and then she'd come to the Bay to see Marilyn, and I just thought, yeah, all of that backstory sounds like Broken Hill sounds like the kind of place where that would happen. And then we kind of flew over like near it, didn't we, on the way to Sydney?
Yeah.
I looked at the map on the plane, and I said, "Sorry, Broken Hill," and we realised it was a real place. It's hilarious.
It's deep inland.
Yes.
I imagine it to be like Australia's version of Salem or something. Not good things there.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was another sort of script clue that when they said the festival was going to be in Broken Hill, well, you know it's doomed.
Yes.
So yeah, there we go. Thank you. I think we're just pulling in now safely, I might say, to Erinsborough.
Oh, is this my store?
Here.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you so much for taking a ride on Stick Thing Rail.
No problem. I didn't buy a ticket, so that's
that's all right.
Fair
Everyone,
enough.
no one's paid. We comp you.
Just be glad you made it.
Yeah. Here's your complimentary Bloody Mary to take with you. There's a swag bag here. There's a tote. Everyone loves a tote, don't they? There's a tote and everything. Yeah. Merch, band merch. Yeah.
You can still buy Neighbourhood Rewatch tote bags on.
Oh, bloody hell! Come on,
Good plug.
Bubble Wap.
Good plug.
I mean, not as prestigious as the Coastal News mug, but
No. Yes, I've got one. I've got one here for you.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts, and ensure you never miss an episode.